I am Stacy Couch Aaron, W.S. Neal High School, class of 1993. When my father's parents moved here in the early 50s, they built on Forest Avenue right around the corner from the high school. So it was only natural that because my parents both graduated from W.S. Neal, it was only natural that my sisters and I went to Neal. There was no question about it in their minds. In high school, I participated in yearbook. I was on the student council. I was in FBLA. I was in Future Homemakers of America my 9th grade year. My favorite thing about high school was being in band. After graduation, I went to JD and started out taking accounting classes. I quickly learned that was not for me and decided maybe math education was the route I wanted to take. After I got to Troy and started my math classes, I felt led actually that to go into elementary education. And it was also at Troy that I met my husband, Jerry Aaron, the love of my life.
In 2005, I got the job in the county. I actually worked in the county a little before that. Ms. Henderson hired me to work at the Career Center, and then in 2005 I was hired at Flomaton High School, and I've been there ever since. And last fall, they were in need of a stadium announcer for the Blue Eagles, and Joey White called me up and asked if I knew anybody, and I tried to think of anybody else I knew, and I called him back and I said, listen, I can do it. I'd like to do it if you'll have me. And so I enjoyed doing it last year. I look forward to a great season again this year.
In my life, I've had 2 jobs. I worked for Harrington's the Florist when I was in high school and college. And I have taught at W.S. Neal Middle School. I've been in 6th grade the whole time. And it's so good to see. I get so excited. Part of the love that I have comes from my family, and then the other part comes from my students, present and past. I have had the privilege of teaching with former students, and I have the privilege of watching former students teach my children. I get to see my former students driving police cars, driving ambulances, driving fire trucks. I see my former students when I go to the medical center or to the hospital. I had the privilege of seeing 2 former students on the Auburn football field when they won the national championship with Cam Newton as their quarterback. Yeah. And with every graduating class, my love for this school grows. I hope that as I teach, as I have taught in the past, that I have helped instill this same love for W.S. Neal in my students. I hope that they look back on their years as Eagles with great pride and great joy, and maybe I'll get to teach their children one day. My name is Stacy Couch Aaron, and I am Neal.